There is an alarming new sex trend on the rise called stealthing. A new report by the Columbia Journal of Gender and Law defines stealthing as, get this, when a man secretly removes his condom in the middle of sex.
Whoa.
You guys, this is
That's
scary
crazy.
stuff. Many believe that this act should be treated as a form of sexual assault. People who are stealthing not only leave the person open to STDs and pregnancy, but they could also cause emotional and physical harm to the person.
Yes.
Now, this story really caught my attention because it's scary. I mean, there is no way to prove that someone did this as well, and there is no legislation for this.
You know, this is why it's very important that you know who you gonna hook up with.
Oh,
or
come
what
on.
you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Be careful.
You know,
People forget that sex is not an act. Sex is a responsibility.
Yes.
Right.
We just get too caught up because songs and obviously the feeling in the moment. But sex is something that results in other things that we don't think about.
Absolutely.
and I know the difference.
That's what I was going to ask.
Okay, I'm so
you
glad.
Would think that,
You
Could
know,
you tell us?
it's like you don't
know
get so
that-
caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
You know that
Yes.
you know when it. Wait.
You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe if you're not
the
inebriated,
feeling.
though.
Okay, let's
like if
expand.
you're drunk, maybe you won't.
Yeah, we're
I just
saying
got
if
that.
you are not inebriated,
Yes.
by a round of applause, how many of us would know the difference between protected and unprotected sex? Just based on the feeling of it.
It's a whole different feeling when.
In the worlds of Aladdin, it's a whole new world. You know what I'm
it's a
saying?
whole different feeling.
So I think, how they found out about this and how this became increasingly, more obvious is that people actually were bragging about it. They've been bragging about it on social media, on message boards, literally bragging that they're doing this. Now, some people are even saying that this can be considered as attempted murder, and I'm going to explain why. Because God forbid you give somebody a deadly disease, a fatal disease, and they die because of an action that you did to them, something you caused without their permission. Some are even trying to take it as far as that. What do you guys
That's
think
why
about
you
that?
need to be careful about who you gonna sleep with. Seriously.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's just,
That's
you
the
know,
answer.
know the guy.
Yeah.
And a little fill is not worth chlamydia, gonorrhea, lifelong herpes.
There's no cure for these
Okay,
things.
okay, we
unplanned
got it.
pregnancy. No, but that's the reality.
That's how you think about it.
That's how
Say it.
serious it is. You have to think about
Yes.
the responsibility when you are having unprotected sex.
But they're
that's
not,
the reality.
But this is the thing, though. They're not having unprotected
But when
sex.
they take it off,
But
they are. When they take off that
But the
condom,
woman doesn't know. That's
I'm
what
talking
I'm
about the
saying.
guy, though. I'm talking about the guy.
The guy wants to do
it. Yeah, he wanted to.
I know. So what I'm saying, though, is just for that feel that he wants to feel without the condom, he has to think about the reality of the situation.
But
What
he
do you
might
think about
already
that?
have it. He might have it and want to get it.
But if he truly thinks about, okay, wait a minute. Oh, well, maybe that's the thing. He just doesn't have a heart. He doesn't.
That's what
no.
he's
This
saying.
is
And-
legit something that guys, this is, I'm telling you guys, this is
real.
legit a sex trend that's happening. A lot of us out here are saying, but that would never happen to me.
Right.
Guys,
It will.
This is happening out
Yes.
there. There are men that while having sex with you will slip off the condom and then they can get you pregnant.
Well,
this
also,
is real. This
what's
is happening.
important to what you're saying is sometimes when you're having sex, and if you're inebriated, you can't feel the difference.
Yes.
That's why I'm saying you have to know who your partner is, and a lot of
Absolutely.
people, you just have to protect
Yes.
yourself.
Here's another thing I remember too. When I was having sex, before I was married, I recall this pressure with certain dudes to want to do it what they would call raw. Like, babe,
Right.
come on, can we
Right.
just do it? Come on. And you remember that, ladies? You know what I'm talking about? Where
Yeah.
they're just like, they look at you like you're the bearer of bad news if you want to protect yourself. Where you're the one like making it not so good of a time because
Yeah.
you want to bust out the condom. Really? Come on, let's just do it really quick. And I just remember feeling like a prude, feeling like because I was trying to protect both of
Not
us,
worth it.
that type of person is definitely not the person that deserves what you got.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But this also brings up a really important point.
Yes.
You shouldn't just give the responsibility to the man
Yes.
to put on a condom. There are now ways that women can actually
Yes, to
protect
put it on
themselves
themselves.
too.
Yeah.
So, ladies, why don't you take that responsibility for your own so you don't have to deal with this? Make
Yes.
sure you're doubly protected.
Yeah.